AI can be an incredible time saver when it comes to instructional design. In this video, I'm going to do a quick 5-minute demo of how I might use ChatGPT to build out a sample course. Follow along and see what you think. I'm Lindsay, and I cover instructional design, e-learning development, and all things online teaching and learning. So I already prepared a document with some sample prompts for creating a course in ChatGPT. You can find this in the show notes. Feel free to reuse it. So I'm creating a course for bird watchers or would-be bird watchers in Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste each of these in. It always wants to paste it in as an image as well. You can leave that or delete it. I always delete it. All right. I'll trim out the aspects of this video where it's too much generation, but you can see right away ChatGPT dives into creating learning objectives. As it creates content, this is going to be an iterative process. Read what it creates, see if you like it. If you don't like it, ask it to change it or use it as a launching pad for your own writing. These sound fine, but it's really wordy, so I want it just to simplify into a nice, easy list. Beautiful. Now, if I were to run this initial prompt again, asking it to create learning objectives, it's going to create different learning objectives every time. One thing I like to do is sometimes I have it create 10 or 15 learning objectives when I only need 5, and then I'll iterate from there, maybe choose the 5 that I like. So I told it it was going to be a 1-hour webinar. Their learning objectives sound fine. Now I want it to create an outline of the 1-hour webinar, and I'm asking it to break it down and really pace out the timing for that webinar. You can see this is doing pretty well. Now, having taught a lot of 1-hour webinars, this sounds fairly reasonable, but I do find that ChatGPT tends to try to stuff in too much content. I mean, I do enough stuffing of content myself. I probably don't need additional help from ChatGPT with that. But let's keep iterating. All right, so this sounds great, but it sounds very passive for the participants. So I want to add some interactive activities. So I'm going to have it edit the outline to include at least 2 interactive activities. Okay, so you can see it's added in an icebreaker poll instead of more of a casual conversation it had in the first draft. Interactive identification quiz, that's smart. Interactive map activity, interesting. Now, when it comes to activities like these, feel free to ask ChatGPT what tools would I use for this activity and have it explain to you how to do that. It can help you build out the activities as well. But you know what? I changed my mind. This is actually going to be a self-paced course that'll take 4 weeks. It's going to be more a video-based course. I would like it to create an outline for that. Okay, so far these video ideas sound pretty good. It's adding in some interactive elements here, reflection, quizzes. It's adding supplemental resources. People love handouts, so it's a great idea. Identification practice, smart. All right, this looks pretty good. So even has a final quiz, a final reflection activity, and you can ask it to make further edits from here if there's something that you don't like. But what I'm going to have it do right now is I think this sounds great. Video 1, why bird watching? I'd like ChatGPT to help me out writing a script for that video. And you can do this for all sorts of content, but let's see how it does writing a script. Now, one challenge you see with ChatGPT is that when you ask it to create content, it's assuming that you have a certain level of editing ability and maybe a budget and ability to go to locations. Like this video is having us go to a park, we're recording ourselves, we're cutting to scenic shots of B-roll of birds and nature. This is a little bit complicated. More likely it's going to be me sitting at my computer recording the video of like a PowerPoint with the voiceover. So that's something you can definitely iterate. You can pop in, this will be a PowerPoint, give me a quick outline for that PowerPoint, for example, so you can really drill down. Now, I just wanted this to be a quick overview, not get too deep into the weeds. Remember, you can download my handout that has those prompts I demonstrated in the show notes for this video. A couple of things I want to note about using a tool like ChatGPT for instructional design. I find that, as I mentioned already, ChatGPT and other AI tools tend to be poor estimators of time. They tend to deliver too much content, much more than will fit into 1 hour or into a course. So use your own expertise to figure out how much content you really need and how much time you really have and how that'll fit. You can always build out prototypes of pieces of the webinar or the course, run through them, see how much time they take, and that might give you a better estimation of how long the entire content will take. Additionally, every time you put in a prompt, you can put in that same prompt over and over and over, and it's always going to give you a different response. So as I mentioned, might have it create more than you want, so you can pick what you want, but it's always just really critical you make this an iterative process. Make sure this course is yours. Make sure your own personality and your own instructional style are reflected in this, because the human can get lost if you over rely on AI tools. So I find ChatGPT and other tools are a great opportunity to save time, to eliminate that blank page syndrome, but just remember, make it yours. This is going to be your learning experience that will reflect you, so be sure that you are reflected in it as well.